Hey guys, welcome back to the Mount Goat Running. In this episode, as you can probably tell by the title, I'm discussing 5 cross-country tips that I think will make you a better cross-country runner and hopefully improve your time. Before I get started, I just want to say that the Mount Goat Running now has an Instagram, which I will put on the screen somewhere, so that's pretty cool. On there, we'll post stuff like about our training, updates for videos, polls, questions if we're doing Q&As and stuff like that. We'll try and be pretty active on it, so yeah, that's pretty cool. Go chuck that a follow, but anyway, let's get into it. Okay, just had a quick relocate, but now I'll get straight into those tips. So the first tip I have is to make sure you eat well and stay hydrated before your race. Make sure you drink a heap of water, like 2 days and the day before leading up to the race. This will just, I don't know how, but I find it just helps my performance so much. Even if you think you're like well hydrated, just drink more than you normally do. And secondly, make sure you eat like well before your race. Some people don't eat at all because they think that it will make them throw up, but I still think you have got to eat maybe an hour before your race, just like a small snack, but make sure you have full meals before that. Like if my race is in the morning at 9 o'clock, I still have a full breakfast and just a snack before my race. But if it's in the afternoon at like 3-4 o'clock, I'll still probably have a not massive lunch, but a lunch, and yeah, just a snack before my race. The next tip is for people that do training. Make sure you try and like target your training to longer threshold fartlek stuff rather than your speed work that you might do for track. Obviously cross country is a bit longer than most track races and stuff like that, and it's more hilly, so I think long hill runs will help a bunch. Also just tempos, fartleks, thresholds, all that kind of stuff will also definitely help with your race. The next tip I have is to make sure that you don't have a too specific race plan. I find in cross country you can't really go out with a K by K plan or like a really specific plan. It's not like track, it's not as fast, not as strategic. It is still pretty strategic, but you don't know a lot of your competitors. Since there's so many people in the race, you're not gonna know everyone's racing style. So I think kind of just have an idea of what you want to place and know what you're capable of running. Go out with the pack that you think you can stick with and kind of just deal with it as it comes. The next one is a big one in my eyes, but no, I know it's not as big in other people's eyes, but I think having a pre-race routine is really good, as it kind of like just the night before or even the day of, you might have something you do that's the same before every big cross-country race, and it kind of just brings you back to that mindset and gets you ready for your race. For me, it is the night before watching one of my favorite movies, Without Limits, and then the next day rolling out on a towel and stretching maybe an hour before my race and listening to music. I just find it really helps get me in the zone and get ready for the race. My next tip is to make sure that you roll out and stretch. This will help so much. It'll make you feel so nice and light and as if every stride is effortless. It'll just make you feel awesome. There's no other way to describe it, and it will just make your race so much easier. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of the Mountain Goat Running. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel. We just hit 50 subs, so that's kind of epic, and I am preparing that collab video I said I'd do when I hit 50 subs, so get keen, that'll be awesome. So subscribe, halfway to 100, that's pretty cool. Also make sure you go follow the Mountain Goat Running Instagram. I will probably link that in the description or put some form of how you can access it in the description. Otherwise, that's it for this episode. Stay tuned, we're going to try and release a lot more episodes now. because most of my schoolwork's over, which is, yeah, good. But otherwise, that's it from me today. Thank you guys. See you later.